Yes, yes. Steel City Sports Road back in the house is almost here. Preseason game number one, Steelers versus Packers. I'm hyped. I'm going to cover that game. Everybody's going to be watching that game. We're going to break it all down. Who's hot, cut candidates, who to look out for. I'm your host, Luther Dupree, joined as always by the Hall of Famer, Claudia Rosano. We got RW Media, Ralph Williams in the house. We got Smoking Jim Fraser. What's going on, fellas? How do you feel?
Great to see you guys. Always good to be on.
It's great to be here.
I'm still here.
All right, Jim. I thought you went to sleep. You're so quiet. All right, man. I'm so excited, man. Finally got game one. It's been a long off season. So many changes. Mike Tomlin, for the first time in 19 years, is off the sidelines, but we still have Mike. We have Mike McCarthy on the sidelines, and Aaron Rodgers is back to being Aaron Rodgers. I have some film. Not only is he playing quarterback, but we saw him playing a little bit of defensive end at training camp. I mean, he's linebacker. He's doing everything. So yeah, so we'll see. We're going to talk about it. But before we get into all that, Claudia, what do you have for us in your huddle up, Claudia?
Hello.
Claudia, what do you have for us in your huddle up? Can you hear me?
Right. First off, it's great being on with friends. I appreciate you guys always. The Pirates, unfortunately, that last I checked, they're losing again tonight. It just seems like they, packed it in. And whenever you're a millionaire, you're playing professional sports right now, professional baseball. You never fight. You never quit the fight. The season's over team wise, but you statistically, when your batting average is up on the scoreboard, you're hitting 212, 220, have some pride and say, man, I'm going to go out there and I'm getting this uniform dirty. Chuck Knox used to tell his players, which wasn't much because his teams were always pretty much in it. But his first year in Buffalo, he said, I want to see if you guys have any stomach, if you have any guts, because you're playing for next year, not just this year. You're playing for next year, and how you behave is how you're going to get treated. If you start dogging it, you're not going to be back next year. Simple as that. So it's a shame that it seems like they've packed it in. I'm sure Donnie Kelly is not happy about it, but a guy like I'm not saying he is of that ilk personality wise, but a guy like Billy Martin would have busted the place up. A guy like Chuck Tanner would have had a team meeting and say, "Hey, you guys are dogging it." But it's not just the talent, physicality of things; it's the mentality of things, and you have to have that spirit. You never had to tell a guy like Muhammad Ali or Larry Holmes or Vinny Paz or Boo Mancini or anybody of that ilk of Marciano. You never had to tell those guys, hey, turn it up a little bit. You punched them, that was it. It was on. And they came after you even more. They had self-pride in their ability, in their careers, in their life. And unfortunately, it looks like the Pirates are just kind of packing it in. And it's a shame. And, Luther called it at the beginning of the year. They were going to go about 500. I said, if they do this, if they do that, they didn't do it. And, I think, who knows, they may have to blow it up and start it over. But if you do that, you're going to have to get the right people to get the right people.
I got you. Clyde, who the GOAT is in here early.
I like that comment.
He said, Pirates I think he meant to say suck, Claudia. Always have, always will.
No, wow. He's right.
No faith. All right, who the GOAT? All right, Smoking Jim, what you got for us, Smoking Jim? I got your new picture, Smoking Jim. What you got for us?
I wish I could see it.
Oh, man. I'll send it to you.
Okay. I can't add any more to what Claudio said. Hey, listen. The biggest trade, I'll just start here. Chuck Noll, when he got hired in 1969, probably in today's environment, he wouldn't have made it to 72, where they turned the program around, thanks to lazy Franco Harris.
Ooh!
But, he almost got cut in training camp, Louis, his first round draft. So he just appeared to be lazy. And, the history shows he's one of the greatest to ever do it. But boy, during practice, he sure looked lazy. But Chuck Knowles said in '69 that the reason they're not winning is because there's only about 5 players on this team that should be in the NFL. 2 years later, there was only 5 original players from that '69 team still on the team. The greatest trade in NFL history was the Herschel Walker trade. He wasn't a Dallas Cowboy because he was a Republican. Good hair over here, bad hair in China. So they got. Hey, listen. I've been saying all along, Paul Skeens. So it's not a Pittsburgher. He's great. Even on draft day, I wanted the other guy from his college because he could play 5 days a week. But the Paul Skeens was a great move. He helped the Tendons for a couple of years. Very exciting. Never should have won the Cy Young with 10 wins. Cy Young had 500 wins. But this year, it was obvious to everybody you could have had a Herschel Walker trade. Hey, listen, I know Pittsburghers. I'm from Pittsburgh. I won championships in Pittsburgh. I watched championships in Pittsburgh. And me and Luther covered championship teams in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh loves the long ball. They would rather win, 12-10 than 1-0. And nothing against Paul Skeens, but they love the bats. You get you some Willie Stargels and Dave Parkers and some people like that in here. The fans would love it. Could have got it. With the Paul Skeens trade, and they blew it. They're not. He'll walk away, and the Pirates will get nothing for him in return.
I like the comparison, or the comparison of the Herschel Walker deal and the Paul Skeens deal. That is very good. I like that a lot. I mean, they could have got some proven players. They could have gotten a few prospects. That's a good point, Jim.
Wow. Hey, thank you, Claudio.
Wow, we had a couple comments jump in.
How about you, Luther? Was that good? Was that a good point?
I'm shocked that you made some good points about the Pirates. I'm still trying. I'm in shock, Jim. That was pretty good. We got Frank Jackson. He said stick a fork in the Pirates.
Oh, no doubt.
And who to go? That pick is wild. Yeah, Jim. I'm gonna have to send it to you. Underground, the pirate ship is sinking. Yeah, it's done, sinking like the Titanic. It looks bad right now. Listen, fellas, man, I gotta, Russell Westbrook is retiring from the NBA. One of my favorite players. He announced today that he's not going to try to play for a 19 season. Very underrated player. Everything you wanted in a player, he did. Gave you everything he had every time he was on the field, on the court. It's sad that he's going out like that. I wish he could have had a chance at another title, but it doesn't look like he's going to get that chance, unfortunately. But, one of the only players, 4 times he averaged a triple-double. Guys, you got to, put some respect on that man's name. Played hard, always gave a, monster effort. Some of the craziest dunks you'll ever see. Man, he gave 100%. Man, it would have been nice if he could have had another chance. But goodbye, Russ. One of the greatest we'll ever see. And, he'll be around because he's always in the community. But thanks for the memories, man. Played for a number of teams. OKC is really where he made his name. Went to the championship with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant snaked him. I think they had a chance to win if he stayed, but Kevin Durant went to the Warriors. But once again, thanks for the memories. Goodbye, Russ. You'll be missed. And, we're going to see a lot of legends leave the game. LeBron doesn't have many games left. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, a lot of the legends, just a few more years left. So enjoy them while you can because it's not going to be too much longer. But let's get back to – go ahead.
Luke, I know you're a big NBA fan. I said when Namath retired, there was guys retired. There was Kurt Warner, and so on and so forth, Manning and those guys, Breeze, LeBron eventually, or even in boxing, everybody said Evander should retire, Bo should retire, Tyson should retire. Well, okay, you have Tyson Fury, I guess, but who else, personality wise, could carry the sport? Who do you think has the personality to be a crossover person, as I always use that term in the NBA, to help? Who or the next faces of the NBA? In your opinion?
That's a good question. I like Wemby, of course. I mean, he's just such unique. I don't know if he really has the personality. I think AJ DeBanza, the number one pick, is a guy. And Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards has been around for a while. I think he has potential. But it's going to be hard to replace those three. All those guys are still building. But I think those are the three you're looking at. Well, yeah, Jim. Go ahead, Jim.
I think I speak for everybody that's watching and listening to this podcast. So we care not less about the NBA.
Oh, Jim,
but
stop.
I will say that. But I will ask this: do you think Michael Westbrook was the fastest player
Russell
ever play in the NBA?
His name is Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, well, whatever. Do you think Russell Westbrook was the fastest player ever play in the NBA, man? I just enjoyed his speed out there, man.
Well, he was very fast, but he wasn't faster than somebody in his era. John Wall was faster from the Washington Wizards. No, he was faster. It's not a question. It was John Wall.
Nobody listening even knows who John Wall is.
Well, that doesn't mean he wasn't faster. I mean, come on.
If a tree falls in the forest and nobody is there, it doesn't make a noise.
Hey, Jim. Well, I posted the picture in your messenger, Jim. You should be able to see it, Jim. The picture. But let's get into this. Well, let's get into the Steelers. Let's do this preview of the game, and feel free to call in 412-530-5063 and Underground called Westbrook. Stop it, Underground. His shots will be missed. See. I think Melo relates to the young folks. Yeah, LaMelo Ball definitely has a following. Oh, we got Terry French is back in the house. We haven't had Terry in here for a minute. All right. Thanks, Terry.
Terry lost a bunch of weight. He looks like he did back in 1982. What's going on, Terry?
Congratulations, Terry. Thanks again for tapping in. Give us a call. But let's break down this
Terry.
game. Ralph, let's let you jump on this. What are you looking for in the game tomorrow? Steelers finally get the chance to hit someone else. What are you looking for? Ralph, can you hear me?
I'm looking to see what these draft picks are going to do. That's my main thing. Yeah, I can hear you. The draft picks is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the draft picks. I'm looking at what the undrafted free agents. I have, Kevin Joppity, the guy from Syracuse, is my camp phenom. I'm hoping that he does well tomorrow night, and I want to see what the quarterbacks are going to do. We have Will Howard and Allure, and then we have Mason Rudolph back again. They may have to carry 4 quarterbacks, but we'll see. We'll see what it does. The offensive line didn't look too good for a few days. Let's see what they look like. I'm interested to see what all facets of this team looks like with Mike McCarthy. That's what I'm looking at. And I know it's going to be vanilla, but I don't know if it will. Mike McCarthy might come out and pull out all the stops to win the game, to show these guys that, even though it's a game that don't count, you still should win it. I'm hoping that's the mentality he has. But, they have to look at players, and players, as Charlie Batch would always say, are a player looking for a job, so we'll see what happens. But that's what I'm looking for.
Hey, Lori has come in. Thank you, Lori. And we had Frank Jackson and Simone and Destiny. Appreciate all of them. Make sure you call us 412-530-5063. You mentioned Will Howard. He's going to play the entire second half. It looks like Mason Rudolph's going to play the first and the second, about 2 drives. And then Drew Allure is going to finish the first half. In camp, when there's nobody around, Drew Allure has a rocket arm. He's made some great throws, thrown into an empty net. Will Howard's made some nice plays as well. This is the first time we'll get to see him play because he broke his hand last preseason. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Jeremy Bernard has, but he's already lost some confidence from Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has come out and quote, he said that, let's read the exact quote that he had. He said, he's a great kid, but he's looking to see Bernard continue to completely grasp the playbook and play as fast as possible. He's so sudden. He's got phenomenal hands. We just need him to be super confident and play as fast as he can. That sounds like a lot of what he said with who? Roman Wilson last year. So that doesn't bode well for him coming into this year. It looks like he's already behind Roman Wilson. We'll see. I'm excited to see what he does with Drew Allure and Mason Rudolph. You know, Rudolph is just there. I think he's wasting time. I don't expect much from him. I'd like Will Howard and Drew Allure to get most of the work to see what we're working with here. I'm really not impressed at all with Mason Rudolph. I really would have liked him to get cut or shipped off somewhere else. But also defensively, I think I mentioned on the show earlier, I really want to see Dylan Edwards. Yeah. What's up, Ralph? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, Luther. I just got word here. This is Porter Ralph's. Ralph's ridiculous. Will be out for the season, and Mason Rudolph's going to be your starting quarterback.
Oh, come on, man! Don't even put
That's
that
what I
out.
just found out. That's Ralph's ridiculous rumors. So there you go.
Hey, Smoky Jim. We lost Claudio for a minute. Hopefully, we'll get him back soon.
I'm back. I'm back.
All right, go ahead, Smoky Jim. Let's get Jim in here. We'll bring you right back, Claudio. Go ahead, Jim.
Well, again, I predicted I didn't like the attitude of the second round pick. And he's one game day drop away from being Lyman Swede. If he doesn't get his act together, I would get him a psychiatrist, get him hypnotized. This guy, competitive level is as low as anybody on the Pirates. So he got all the talent in the world. But he's satisfied with being number 4. Hey, listen, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to start. My little birdie told me so until game day. I think that Aaron Rodgers attacks the Green Bay Packers.
Start where? Tomorrow?
I think he'll start tomorrow. My little birdie told me that he's going to play. So I don't think he's going to play in the fourth quarter. He's going to play. He's going to start. So again, I look for Lou Nichols to put on a performance, and I want to see if, Mike McCarthy has what it takes to see the talent in this young guy. He could be the best running back the Steelers had since Barry Foster, and nobody gave Barry Foster a chance for a number of years. James Harrison didn't get a chance for a number of years. So I think Lou Nichols is that guy. He's the best running back on the team, clearly. And I like to see him get an opportunity. I think Roman Wilson, this is a hard offense to run because Aaron Rodgers wants you to be precise. And most receivers aren't. Captain America will be a long time before he sees the field at wide receiver. That's why his best opportunity is as a running back, third down back, because he didn't learn how to play receiver well enough at the Naval Academy. And now he got some kind of diaper injury. I don't know, diaper rash. I don't know what
it was a hamstring, Jim. It was a hamstring. He's back.
I don't know how you get hurt in diapers. I just never heard.
You can pull a hamstring, Jim. What are you talking about, Jim?
Soccer players play in diapers all the time, and they never get hurt. Now all of a sudden, training camp comes, and this guy tightens up like most people from Mount Lebanon. But
wow,
hey, listen, Ralph said it well. You're looking forward to it. Hey, it's no big deal keeping 4 players, and I'll close with this because I said before, I said it last year, I'll say it again. There's not 40 players on the Pittsburgh Steelers team that should be in the NFL. So keeping 4 players, 4 quarterbacks, is no big stretch. If I was them, I'd keep 5. I would pick up a black quarterback that could scramble a little bit that you have on the practice squad to emulate Lamar Jackson and some of those guys that you're going to be facing that's very athletic. I mean, that's just a good strategy instead of putting
To Rudolph? Jim.
the quarterback running around giving a defensive look. I'd have a real quarterback back there giving them a real look. Why not keep five?
Five
this team
quarterbacks.
don't have 40. This team don't have 40 NFL players.
Jim,
So
last week you said you'd be surprised if they didn't go to the Super Bowl. Now you're saying they don't have 30.
They're the most talented 22.
Oh, come on. But they have 20. They have 20. Come on, Jill.
Get blown out. Too bad they don't have JV games. They get blown out every week. They got the most talented 22.
It's just the other one, just 22. Come on,
Jill. That's all you need. That's your starters. That's your starters.
All right, Jim. You're all over the place, man. Claudio,
I'm honest.
Yeah, okay.
Honest.
Claudio, what are your thoughts? Because Jim is all over the place.
I know, that's Jim. It's good to have Frank Jackson on. And again, Terry French, love Terry. He's again old friend of mine. A lot of memories. Good man.
Yeah, glad he's
good in. Good family. Anyway, what I'm looking for tomorrow is the quarterback play. I want to see who Will Howard is. It's one thing when you hit heavy bag. It's another thing when the heavy bag hits back. So let's see how he does. I'd like to Mason Rudolph. We know who he is. I'd like to see Allure in there or Alar, whatever his name is. I'd like to see him. For him and Howard, this isn't preseason. For him and Howard, this is their career. I think this is your chance to start showing who you are and make some noise and try to stick with this team because both of them, neither one of them are a guaranteed lock. So I think both of them are going to be fighting like crazy and trying to do their very best to do well tomorrow. I'm also looking, as always, the offensive line. I know I'm not talking about the entire game. Whoever's in there, if there's a leak on the left side and he gets beat, well, he's in trouble. You cannot afford to miss anything. It's that for the veterans, they're trying to get in shape or, get a little more callous to the hits. But to the guys who are online, especially the rookies or some people who are kind of 50-50 if they're going to play or not, it's going to be very important for them to show up tomorrow against the Packers. And then again, show up on the film. Oh, yeah, this guy did that. His technique is good. No, he didn't get beat. He penetrated. He hit the defensive line first. He was accurate, whatever. So it's very important. So those are the things I'm looking for. The quarterback play, offensive line play, and really even on defense. I mean, there's some people I know we're going to talk about some possible cuts, but they know who they are. If we have an idea, they know as well. So, right now they're kind of sleepless because they know they have to turn it up. The great ones are the ones who do play in the NFL or professional sports, period. They're the ones who kind of rise when it's time to rise. So I'll be looking for, those type of people tomorrow.
Right. We had Terry French. He had a comment. He said he likes so far he's impressed by what he hears about how Mike McCarthy is running his training camp. Mike McCarthy had some issues. He was upset with some of the mental mistake that they were making. He got upset with some of the players. So we'll see. He was upset. We'll see. I think it's too early to say. Frank Jackson, he says Y.A. Black is a huge move. Yeah, Benton is going to start on the bench. I think Black is the biggest defensive lineman. I think if you're running at 3-4, you need to have a big, massive guy, like they used to have Casey Hampton, a big guy in the middle to clog the middle. I think Benton was always too small to really be a 3-4 nose tackle. So I do like the move. I thought it could have happened last year. So we'll see. I think that's a good move.
They had a chance a few years back, Luther. They had a chance to get Travis Jones from the Ravens, who was a very good run-stuffing nose tackle from Connecticut. They didn't draft him. They let the Ravens take him.
Okay. Hey, we got a question.
Hey, Luther.
Go ahead.
Luther, sounds like you're agreeing with me with Benson.
I don't think he's a. You said he was a bum. You said he was a bum.
Yep.
I said if it wasn't for him kissing the butt of the Wisconsin player, T.J. Watt and other dude, he wouldn't be on the team.
All right.
And
Yeah,
now
that's
he's
crazy
proven
talk.
he
Come
got
on.
a contract, and all he is a backup. All he is a backup, and they gave him a great contract. Come on, Lou.
He's going to play a lot, Jim. He has experience.
You take them two white linebackers out of the equation, and he got cut as a rookie.
Oh, Jim, listen.
He knows who to suck up to.
Jim, you said like he was a bum. He was a solid player, Jim. I think he was playing out of position. I think he's better suited for a defensive end than a nose tackle.
He can't play defensive end.
Yes, he can.
He's a better nose tackle.
You will see him making plays out of defensive end.
Who got destroyed by every center in the league.
Because he's not a nose tackle. You're proving my point, Jim.
He's not a defensive end.
Well, we're going to see. We're going to see.
He played some defensive end. Tell me how well he did. He played some defensive end.
No, he played more. He played in nose guard. Well, we're going to see.
He couldn't handle defensive end. That's why they moved him in the nose guard.
Well,
you won't admit when you're wrong.
You won't admit when you're wrong.
This is the highest paid backup on this side of that linebacker for the Steelers. They're paying all them guys at 2023 draft record numbers, and they're all backups.
Well, Nick Herbig's going to play starter plays this year.
He'll start on the bench. He'll start on the bench.
He'll
never get his name called out of the tunnel.
Well, we'll see. Well, no, that's not true because Highsmith and Watt get injured quite a bit. So he will be starting at least 8 or 9 games this year, Jim. Stop. We both know that. Hey, listen, we have a question. Lori says, Steelers are known for building through the draft and developing talent. Which young player on the current roster do you think is most likely to surprise fans this season and become a breakout star? Great question. And my player is Dylan Everett, the safety from Georgia, 3rd-round pick. I think he's been great. He's locked down DK Metcalf. He's also locked down Michael Pittman, 2 top receivers for the Steelers. He's been great. Runs a 4.3 long. They have to get him on the field. I think he's going to be very surprising. He'll play a lot tomorrow. Look for number 23, Dylan Edward, to make plays. Jim, who do you think is a young player in the draft we should look out for?
Well, I've been giving the Steelers draft a D because they earned it, and history proves I was right. Listen, when's the last time the Steelers ever developed a quarterback? That's where you come to waste your quarterbacks. I think Mike McCarthy will develop quarterbacks for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I agree with you. They got a gift in the 3rd round with that kid. And he should be great. I would like to see him get rid of, in no shade, I'd like to see him get rid of Brisker and some of these other guys that's in the way.
Brisker? No. Brisker's going to be a player.
Well, he signed for $4 million. And Chicago didn't fight to keep him, so
he took a hometown discount. He took a hometown discount for 1 year.
No shade. I loved him in high school. I loved him at Penn State. He shouldn't be on this particular roster because you're taking reps away from young guys that's ready to play right now.
No, I think it's a great move. He took a hometown discount, but we got my man Ronell Stackhouse. He says, so Landon Roberts returns to be a run stopper. I love Landon Roberts, as a run stopper. He couldn't cover anything. He couldn't cover anybody, but as a run stopper, he was a thumper in there. I did like that part.
Another guy that shouldn't be still in the NFL. Like I said, keep 5'6" quarterbacks if you're going to bring in Orlando Roberts and these over the hill guys, man.
All right, so you don't have a young player.
They got the same guy with Harrison. Harrison's the same guy as Orlando Roberts, except for he's younger and better.
No, he was not. He was not better than Roberts. Come on,
Harrison.
No,
I'm talking about the Robinson in 2026, Lou. I ain't talking about the Robertson, back in the day that worked as a bouncer. I'm talking about the guy in 2026. He can't play no more. Harrison can still play. He's a thumper. How many thumpers you need, Lou?
Hey, as many as possible.
one up and coming.
Because we don't know Patrick Queen and Peyton Willis didn't put on that much weight. We got to see. I was expecting more from Peyton Willis by now, so we got to see.
He only gave you 200 tackles in 2 years. He only gave you 200 tackles.
But they were listen, Jim. They were pulling them off for run plays.
Well, that's because they have a defensive coordinator and they still don't have a defensive.
Patrick, I like Patrick Graham, Jim. I've seen him. Why? I've been covering him. He's down there. He got his hands in the ground. He's in the mix. He's working with these guys hands on. I like him.
You know, he got more head coaches fired than any other defensive coordinator.
He was coaching with the Raiders. He was coaching with the Raiders, Jim. He didn't get them fired. How did he get them fired?
Defense at Yale. He's soft.
Yale. Yale's not known for football. Yale's known for scholars.
Defensive coordinator this side of Marvin Lewis. All that yelling and flack. The players know this boy's soft. He played at Yale. Come on, Lou. When's the last time anybody did anything coming out of Yale? I'm waiting.
Anyway, listen. Listen. Terry French, he's with me. Dalen Everett. Cornerback. That's what I said. I'm expecting big plays for him tomorrow. Thank you, Terry. Thank you for agreeing with me. All right, Ronell said I think his return is for communication. He knows the checks and Graham's defense. Yes, he's experiencing that defense. All right, Claudio, Ralph, give me some players that from this.
Luke, help me with the pronunciation of the first round draft pick, please.
The first round?
Yeah.
Oh, Max Iannacore.
Him. I like him. I liked him from the beginning. Again, I didn't like you guys see a hell of a lot more of him than me. But just what I've seen so far, I think he's going to be a starter, and I think he's going to do well. He's a big man who can move, and I think it seems like he has the temperament, and they're definitely going to need him. And would it be great if he turned out to be a big time player?
He's been pretty dominant. He's been pretty dominant when I've seen him at practice. He doesn't lose many reps.
Green Bay? How you think he'll do against Green Bay? Another guy that got hurt in diapers.
I mean, it wasn't a season ending.
Got hurt in diapers, Lou.
Jim, this is football. Guys get hurt, Jim.
This ain't football. Football ain't played in diapers. Name me a soccer player that they play in diapers.
It was a soft tissue injury. Jim, guys get hurt. It wasn't season ending. Soft,
Lou. Come on, man. Soft.
Well, it's too early it's too early to call these guys soft, Jim.
What's going to happen when they put the pads on? If you can't handle diapers, what's going to happen when they put the pads on, Lou? Come on. Yeah. You played the game. You know better.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say that about Max yet. We can't do that.
Not till next year. Not till next year when the white media tell you he's a bust.
He's raw, Jim. We knew he was raw.
Oh my goodness, Lou.
We knew he was raw, but listen.
Drafting. The Steelers need a plug-and-play player, not somebody that's raw, that they don't even have an good offensive line coach to develop this guy.
He'll be starting. I think
that the Riverhound. He'll be starting for the Riverhound. He's a soccer player trying to play football.
He'll be starting by about the 9th or 10th game this year, I believe. I think so. With injuries and different things, they're going to put him in.
Then? Will he be over his injury, shoulder and shoulder and elbow? I mean, what kind of mess is that, Lou?
Jim, he'll be all right. I'm not giving up.
He ain't playing this week. Playing this week.
All right, Ralph, what do you have for us? Who's your guy? Ralph, who's your guy? Give me one of your rookies that we should look out for.
All right. If you want to talk about draft picks, I'm looking at Jennings Dunker.
Yeah,
I want to see what he's made of. I hope he plays. And I'm still sold on Kevin Joppity, the undrafted free agent defensive lineman from Syracuse. My curiosity is Gabriel Robio. Is he going to make the team, or is he going to be like his dad and travel to like 15 teams and have to pack a suitcase every other week? So that's my question.
I think he's going to have a tough time.
Also, Nowakowski. Let's see what he can do. They have him listed here as a fullback tight end. Let's see if he plays fullback. Let's see if he blocks. I'd like to see them. The figure Michael Davidson run the backer in the fullback position, and we'll see what happens there. Let's see if they go with that jumbo package with Spencer Anderson. But the redhead, it's the one I'm looking at. Draft pick wise, and the Nowitzki from Arizona State, tight end fullback. I want to see what he can do. So,
okay.
Can he make the team? Will it be for Freiermuth, Washington, and this guy? So we'll see. They may carry 4 tight ends and use him as a fullback. I don't know. I'm interested to see. That's what we're going to look. And like I said, Kevin Joppity from Syracuse, defensive lineman. So I think he makes the team because we got some guys that need to go. So,
Luke, what about the guy with the high cheekbones?
With the high cheekbones.
He's got about red hair. I'm getting like Jimmy.
Oh God, I don't know who you're talking about. But we had a couple comments come in there. Who the Goat said Rubio ain't making the team. Frank Jackson said he likes Drew Allure.
Yeah, I didn't say he would. I just said, is he going to be like his dad? Is he going to be like his dad? That's
who the Goat is claiming Jeremy Bernard. Jeremy Bernard, okay, that's a good one too. And Terry said, I think Jennings Dunker will be the face of the Steelers soon. Okay. The redhead's going to be the face of the Steelers. Okay. All right, we're going to see. All right. Now, before we get out of here, we had...
Yeah, just like Kevin Green.
Just like Kevin Green. All right. We had 10 players under the most pressure, not just with the Steelers, but throughout the league. All right, let's get in this before we get out of here. Smoker Jim, you got your list ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, who do you have? What's your 10 players with the most pressure?
With number 10, IMAX, the biggest first-round Steeler bust since Huey Richardson.
What?
Number 9, DK Metcalf. Number 8, and I love this kid, man. Saquon Barkley got to bounce back.
Saquon
this year. He had an off season last year, man. He got to bounce back into that MVP level. Kyle Pitts. I mean, Kyle Pitts, man, this got to be do or die for him this year. How about overrated Deebo Samuels? 5B, Roman Wilson. 5A, Joey Porter Jr. How about 4B, Deshaun Watson? 4A, Tua. Number 3, the greatest Steeler of all time, TJ Watt, got to bounce back this year.
For sure.
The one-trick pony, Micah Parsons, got to do something this year.
He got a torn ACL. He won't be back until about the 6th game.
He's a cancer in the locker room. He's a cancer on podcasts. He's not a leader. He can only sack the quarterback. One-trick pony. Green Bay's already regretting that trade. And the number 1 is the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Jeremiah Love.
What? Wow. Most guaranteed money for any running back in the history of the NFL.
Well, this guy run like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Arizona will regret that.
Jim, if he ever gets an offensive line, he will tear up the league.
Walter Payton had no offensive line when he came to Chicago, didn't stop him. Franco Harris had no offensive line when he came to Pittsburgh.
And they became dominant when they got better offensive lines, Jim.
Franco Harris was the rookie of the year in 72 and made the immaculate reception. What are you talking about?
Jim,
these guys were instant stars, Lou.
It wasn't Arizona. It wasn't Arizona.
No, they could run. If you could run, you could run anywhere. James Conner ran good behind that offensive line, and James Conner should never have been in the league.
All right, Jim. Now you're just talking.
I love James Conner.
No, yeah, but he should have never been in the league. All right, Jim, man. All right, Ralph. Ralph, come on, man. Bring some realism back. Come on. What you got for us, Ralph? Players under the most pressure. What do you have for us?
All right. First of all, here, I think Kyler Murray and not is at number 10 and 2 is at number 9. The reason I say that is because they're switching teams, and they're under some pressure to try to, So I think those two there at 10-9. Number 8, Bryce Young. I read
Yeah.
that he's on hot seat. Let's see what that does with him in Carolina. He's at number 8. I read up that Jalen Hurts might even be on the hot seat a little bit. Because of he needs to step his game up a little bit. And I agree with Smoking Jim, T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith, both of them need to really do something. And I got them at number 7 and number 6. Highsmith at number 7, Watt at T. Watt at 6. They need to step up. Pat Queen at number 5, he needs to step it up for the Steelers. I think that he hasn't done anything the money that he's paid. I think he's been underachieving, and I believe that to be the case there. Deebo Samuel, he's with a different team. What he does, he can do. And I'll tell you the one that's really the Green Bay linebacker from Penn State. Off the top of my head, I can't remember his name now. But I got Michael number 3 because he's got a ton of injuries, bad back, and let's see what he does. So I got him at number 3. At number 2, let's take a look at Jacoby Brissett in the Cardinals because Carson Beck has been named the starting quarterback. Do they keep his high salary and keep him as a backup, or do they have some other guys behind him? Let's see what they do with him. I have him at number 2. And at number 1, Cleveland Browns, Shedeur Sanders. I think Shedeur Sanders is on the hot seat there. You got a different coach who's not taking no bull from anybody. He got rid of Myles Garrett. And, and I think Shedeur Sanders might be on the hot seat this year. We'll see what goes on there. And then you also have, I'm going to do a smoke here, 1B. My 1B is in Cleveland, too. We he's on the hot seat.
You started to break up, Ralph. All right. Go ahead, Claudio. You started to break up a little. Go ahead, Claudio.
You got to break my end too.
10. I probably should have him higher. Is Shedeur Sanders? A lot of eyes are going to be on him to see what he does. I should have him higher. 9, I'm going to say Kyler Murray. 8, Tua. 7 is the Kansas City Chiefs. The whole team is on the hot seat because everybody expects them to be the Chiefs, and they weren't the Chiefs last year. And now Mahomes hurt, after surgery. He's not on the hot seat, but I think the entire team is kind of on the hot seat. Then T.J. Watt. I've been saying he's been fading out the past couple of years. He's going less and less, which happens. But, he's going to, with this team, he's going to need to have a big year. Then I'm going to have, I hate putting him up here because he might be my favorite player in the NFL. As a matter of fact, I think he is my favorite player in the NFL, and that's Josh Allen. I like him a lot, and I would like to see him maybe tighten up some turnovers, but yet at the same time still be the riverboat gambler type player that he is. And but Buffalo's going to have to go over that hump. And I think their coach, getting rid of the other coach, what was his name, McDermott, I didn't like that move. But I think Josh Allen 5, Dak Prescott. One time Reggie Jackson, fair, unfair, called Dave Winfield Mr. May. Well, Dak Prescott, during the regular season, he puts up the big numbers, and then crunch time, he doesn't. So fans might get tired, and the NFL media might say, hey, he's good in the regular season, but to make the postseason and or the postseason itself, he doesn't do as well. So I think he'll be on the hot seat. C.J. Stroud, after all the turnovers he made, I've never seen somebody make as many turnovers as him.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was awful. I felt bad for him. And, I think he's on the hot seat because he might say, geez, is that going to be something that carries with me? It could be a mental thing. Who knows? It's almost like the yips. Remember, kind of Steve Blass had it. Some golfers have had it. Steve Sachs had it. Chuck Knobloch had it. Mackie Sasser, former Pirate New York Met catcher, kind of had it. So, hopefully not. But you never know. But I'm saying he's on the hot seat. Somebody who I don't like to put him on a hot seat either because I think he's got a lot of talent. And every year you expect him to just have a big time season and maybe be one of the top 2, top 3 for the MVP, and that's Justin Herbert. I mean, he's got skills. Not that they're going to cut him or trade him or get rid of him, but he's a lot of it is expected out of him. So that's what I mean by hot seat. I don't mean these guys are going to get cut or benched. And number one, Lamar Jackson, somebody I've always been in his corner. But now that Harbaugh is gone, if he has a bad season, people might say, well, maybe Harbaugh had a little bit more to do with it than people said. But I think whenever a coaching change happens, especially with that, for some reason I don't think Josh Allen will be looked at that way because of a coaching change. Because I don't think their coach had as big of a personality, and he was pretty much he doesn't have the name that Harbaugh has. So I think if Lamar Jackson has a bad season, they may connect it to that.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Luther.
Yeah, what's up?
Real quick before our Pitt fans start treating me like Benny Bishop, let me explain myself on James Conner. If Russell Shell never leaves Pitt, because James Conner was recruited to play defensive end. If Russell Shell never leaves Pitt, do you think James Conner would have made the NFL a defensive end? The answer is no. That's why I said he never should have been in the NFL. Because if Russell Shell don't leave,
all your ifs, but he did. All your ifs. What did they say? If was a fifth,
candy or nuts, we'd all have a wonderful Christmas.
Name me another kid with cancer that they gave an opportunity to, Lou.
Jim, he beat cancer. Jim, he's a warrior. How are you holding that against him? That's something good. Anyway, Jim, you're wrong. Jim.
To the best quarterback in college football because he's a gambler.
Jim, all right, you just another L. You're just taking L's, Jim. I told you he wasn't going to play, and he's not that good anyway. Anyway, let me get my list, and then we got Sean just popped in. We're going to get Sean. Let me get my list real quick, and we'll get Sean. All right, here you go. Here's the list, and I don't think there's any disputing it. Big Lute's top 10. Number 10, you got to go with DK Metcalf. How do you guys not have him on there? He didn't have 1,000 yards. He's paid like a number one receiver. He got himself kicked out of a couple games because he went in the stands and almost pulled a fan down onto the field. He's under the most pressure. Number 10. Number 9, you got to go with Lamar Jackson. He has to get the job done. The talent's there. He got better receivers. He got Zay Flowers, who's now one of the highest paid receivers. Get it done. Rashee Rice. Can he stay out of the jail? Can he stay out of trouble and stay on the field? Number 7, Bryce Young, number 1 pick. They gave up a lot to get this man. Finally got him in the playoffs. Now it's time to make it happen. Number 6, Zach Charbonnet. They let the MVP go so he could be a starting running back. Now it's his time to shine. Can he handle it? Number 5, George Pickens. He should have got a long-term deal, but he still was cutting up all the time in the world, but he doesn't have it upstairs. Under pressure. Number 4, Baker Mayfield. They didn't give him a contract. He has to get it done. Number 3, C.J. Stroud. They have a Super Bowl team. Is he a Super Bowl quarterback? They got everything they need. All he has to do is not turn the ball over. They're going to the Super Bowl. Number 2, Justin Herbert. He gets all the hype in the world. Every time they get in the playoffs, he chokes. Every time. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 interception games the last 2 years, and he cost his team. Number 1, the guy with the most pressure. They keep hyping him up. It's Josh Allen. There's no reason he shouldn't have gone to the Super Bowl last year. Patrick Mahomes hurt. Lamar Jackson not in the Super Bowl, not in the playoffs. Joe Burrow not in the playoffs. He had everything laid up, and he threw up on himself. Threw all those interceptions, running, ball flips out of his hands. No excuses for him not getting his team to a Super Bowl last year. He's under the most pressure.
Great list, Lou. This is one of the best lists you ever had. Is made up of players that you predicted would be superstars. Now you're throwing them under the bus like you do boxers.
They're superstars. They're under the most pressure. Anyway, let's get Sean in here. That's a great list. Superstar or pressure is deserved. When you're a superstar, you got to get the job done, and they have not gotten the job done. Sean, are you with us?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Thanks for the call, Sean.
How you doing, Sean?
Hey, how y'all doing this evening?
Good. Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate you.
Okay. Hey, want to send a rest in peace out to my cousin. Had funeral for him this past Monday. My cousin Shane Tompkins, big dude. He's gonna be missed in the Pittsburgh community. I hope the Major League Football program of the West Ave Mustangs. I hope they represent him well this season because he always supported that organization.
Yeah, condolences. Sorry for your loss, man. Definitely.
I want to see how tomorrow's preseason game go. I pretty much ain't here to show today, so I'm just calling in.
Okay.
I can't wait to see how the preseason game goes. I don't know if the Bengals and Browns are both playing because up here in Columbus, we get all the preseason games for the Steelers, Bengals, and Browns. So I'll be watching the Steeler game. I may have another game on another TV. I want to see how the quarterbacks do. I guess is Drew Aller getting first half and Will Howard getting the second half?
Yeah. Well, they're saying Mason Rudolph's going to get 2 series, then Drew Allure is going to get the rest of the first half, then Will Howard's going to get the entire second half.
Okay. I just want to see how that plays out. One thing I've learned by following the Green Bay Packers in a day, when Holmgren was the coach, and I think they did it through McCarthy, every year they would draft a quarterback. So even though Aller is Mike McCarthy's pick, I just want to see how all the quarterbacks perform in preseason this week, in the game tomorrow. Hopefully the weather isn't bad because yesterday we had some weather events here in Ohio. A car got flipped over 3 lanes.
Wow.
And, a tree fell on the roadway, causing a tractor trailer to crash. I'll send you the video when I get a chance, but the weather was wild here in Ohio. Hopefully it calms down, and hopefully guys can get out tomorrow and show their skills with the preseason tomorrow.
Okay.
See how that goes. I'm just looking forward to it. I think the Steelers are going to have a good season. I think I may have told you my Super Bowl pick. I'm going to wait until the regular season, but let's just say I'm high on the Steelers this year.
Okay. AFC is loaded.
I'm high on them this year. I'm high on them this year. Well, I just want to see how preseason goes, but I'm high on them this year. What are y'all hearing about Pitt? A little birdie told me, I guess Desmond Reed, something happened with him in the NFL, and he's trying to come back to Pitt for one more year. What's going on with that?
Yeah, there was a ruling, so a lot of guys who are on a roster that were trying to get in the NFL and got cut, they can come back for another year. So Desmond Reed and a couple others are trying to get back in college. So it's wild. So yeah, there was a judge ruling. So some of these guys are trying to get back. I was at Pitt campus, and that question was asked to Narduzzi. He didn't really get into it, but I'm sure he'd welcome him back if that could happen. So I don't know if another player would have to be released or how that's going to work. But yeah, he's trying to get his eligibility back and get another year. So we'll see. It's still up in the air. I don't think anything's been decided yet, but his plan is to go back to college again because he wasn't drafted and he was cut. So I hope he gets it. I hope he gets it.
Can I say 2 quick things real quick, and then I'm going to move on? One thing about the Pirates and Paul Skeens, I guess Kurt Schilling has made a post on social media about he felt that the Skeens got overused for the World Baseball Classic, and they haven't been resting them, and that's been one of the issues, including his technique. But he felt like he was being overused, and that's catching up to Skeens in regards to his pitching technique and his velocity. So pay attention to that for the rest of the year and into next year. And then also, I overheard y'all talking about James Conner. And what I'll say about James Conner is this. He was in the right place at the right time. And even though you could have a star in front of you, You just got to be ready to go. Russell Shell, I'm not going to get into it. He was ready to step up to the plate when Pitt asked him to. Connor was able to make it to the NFL as a running back. Then Le'Veon Bell, he didn't sign a contract that he felt fitted him, and Connor stepped up to the plate when his number was called, and he's probably going on at least 10 years in the NFL. So hopefully people learn in regards to, and he beat cancer, like you said. So hopefully people learn from a player like James.
That's the real flex right there, man. He beat cancer, got 10 years, and a pension in the NFL. He's set.
Hopefully people learn from a player like James Conner. Just be ready to call, even though you may have a star in front of you. If your number gets called, be ready to go. You never know. You may be able to carve out a career. He carved out a college career at Pitt, and he's continuing an NFL career. 10 years counting.
Hey, there you go, man. Hey, Sean, it's always a pleasure, man. Definitely we'll call you. Hey, man, appreciate you, Sean.
Everybody enjoy the preseason game tomorrow. We'll talk about it next week.
For sure. All right. Appreciate you, man. All right, Sean. Hey, so could you have any final thoughts, man?
Well, one, I'm not going to drive in Ohio no more. A little bit of rain and cars flying, so I'm staying out of there. Again, I love James Conner, but again, if Russell Shell, the greatest running back in Southwestern Pennsylvania history, who beat out James Conner, James Conner could never beat him out as a running back. That's why he was a defensive end. If he don't transfer, James Conner never gets an opportunity to play. Well-deserving, hard running dude, hard nose, had a great career that nobody's seen in Arizona. But again, he would never have been in the NFL one for Russell Shell transferring. You know it, and I know it. He wasn't going to make it a defensive end, Luke. He wasn't going to make it a defensive end. Give me a little pat on the back for that.
We don't know what was going to happen, Jim. I mean,
They got a lot of 5'10", 205-pound defensive ends in the NFL.
He would have rotated, Jim.
He'd have been Benny Bishop.
I think he would have eventually moved in the running back, Jim.
How you go from defensive end to running back when the best running back in the country is playing tailback?
Well, he didn't show it after he left Pitt. He didn't show that.
Well, I'm talking about Pitt. I'm talking about Hopewell.
Yeah. Well, it didn't happen after Pitt. I mean, he had that one good year and it didn't happen again.
Well,
so it could have same thing could happen at Pitt, unfortunately.
Again, you're arguing something that wasn't put on the table, attorney.
We can go by stats. The stats say you can look at their 4-year stats. James Conner's numbers were better than Russell Shell's.
It wouldn't have been if he don't leave Pitt. James Conner never gets a shot.
Jim, I'm speaking in facts. You're speaking in theory. The numbers are what the numbers are. Whose numbers were better? James Conner's.
James Conner never had a sack as a freshman. What are you talking about?
Running back numbers from their sophomore year on. Whose numbers were better? James Conner's. End of story.
James Conner. I said if Russell Shell don't transfer, Lou.
Well, listen, we don't know. We're arguing stats. I'm arguing running back stats. I'm arguing running back stats, Jim, and you're wrong.
You arguing something, prosecutor.
I'm arguing stats. You're arguing theory. I'm arguing stats. The stats say that his stats from sophomore to senior year were better. You're arguing theory and fake news.
Would he have beat out Russell Shell at running back?
Well, the stats say he was better. So that's all I'm going to argue. Okay. The stats say he was better. Okay. You're arguing theory. You won't take your L, Jim.
Doing life in prison right now. Thanks, attorney.
Facts over feelings, Jim. Facts over theory. All right, Claudia, what you got for us, Jim?
Very excited to see how the Steelers do this year.
Jim, I'm so you gotta come with me with facts, not with theories, Jim.
I've always enjoyed Steeler exhibition football, and I'm going to really look at it even more this year because of all the the new coaching staff. So excited to see what they do, and ready for football season.
Can't wait. All right. Mine is short and sweet. I'm excited. I'm going to check out the game tomorrow. I'll be there, not on the sideline. I'm just going to be there watching the whole game develop. And one thing I'm going to look at, last year, Jim, you were really down on Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward is going to have a breakout year this year. He has a number one receiver that you didn't think was going to be good. Cornell Tate is going to have a breakout year. They may not win a lot of games, but offensively, they're going to be tough. Cam Ward is going to show you why he was the number one pick. He finally has some weapons, and he's going to make great improvement. He might be the second best quarterback in his division next year. That's my prediction. He might be fighting for comeback player of the year. That's how much better he's going to be this year, Jim. Watch, and eat all those words, all that slander that you and Eli spoke on him. He's going to make a big improvement because he has much better weapons. He has a better O-line. Unfortunately, he still has Open Door Moore there, but the other linemen are better. And hopefully he'll get a replacement for Open Door Moore later. So we'll see, man. Appreciate all the calls. Terry, it was great having you back. Lori, Frank, Who the Goat, Simone, Destiny, Underground. Ronell was in there. Sean, always with the call. Appreciate you guys. Eric, make sure you check out the website. We'll check you out next time. For Claudio, Smoker Jim, I'm Lou. Peace.
Yo, get ready. The game's about to ignite. Steel City Sports World. We ready to fight. From the steel to the field, we bring the heat. Luther J. Dupree Jr., ain't nobody can compete. Welcome to the show where the legends collide. Smoking Jim and Claudio right by my side. We break it down hard, raw like a hammer. From the Pirates to the Steelers, we light up the banner. Pittsburgh pride, straight from the heart. We cover every angle with a real work of art. Panthers making moves, high school shining bright in the Steel City. Yo, we ready for the fight. Steel City Sports World, nobody does it better. Bub Fillmore, Big Rome, we're the trendsetter. Ralph R.W. Media, bringing the vibes. Passion in our talk, you know we keep it live. In the Steel Town, where the grit meets the grind. We break it all down, we'll never fall behind. Aggressive like the players, we ride the high wave. Informing the masses, it's the truth we pave. With football fever, baseball dreams, Pittsburgh's got the hustle, ripping at the seams. Intensity unmatched, this is pure dedication. Your source for the game, this is our foundation. Steel City Sports World, we bring the truth. Aggressive and raw, we speak for the youth. From the pitch to the court, we lay it all down. In the heart of the city, we wear the crown. No bias, no fakes, it's the real deal here. We dissect every moment, keep your vision clear. We'll take you from the highs to the lows of the game. In the Steel City, we all feel the same. Luther's got the vision, the fire, the spark. As we dive into battles under the street lights dark. Let's talk about legends, from parks to pro plays. In the Steel City Sports World, we're here to stay. From the roar of the crowd to the end of the play, we break the news raw, there's no other way. With every play analyzed, every call put in place. Steel City Sports World, we own this space. So grab your gear, it's time to engage. In the world of sports, we set the stage. Luther, Smoking Jim and Claudio, ball of your rise. Bringing Steel City pride, straight to the skies. Nobody does it better, we echo the